There's differences in people, and so that brought on a whole conversation about how people are different and how even butterflies are different. Outdoor play. I love to have them go out and I say, let's get a leaf that you think the caterpillar might eat. And then everyone gets a leaf, and then I stand, at the doorway and I have my hole punch, kind of like the conductor from the Polar Express. And I say, how many holes did your caterpillar eat in your particular leaf? And then they tell me, and then I punch the hole, or you can have the children punch their holes depending on their age. You always want to be age appropriate. And so then we count. Oh, you had 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we put the holes in. That's another great activity. Music and movement. Maybe you want to put on some music and everybody pretend that they are caterpillars. And how does a caterpillar move? And what might a caterpillar see and do and eat? And then, the caterpillar starts growing, and we can start growing, and then the caterpillar becomes a beautiful butterfly. How does the butterfly move? And of course, you can always do math. 2 by 2, let's go around and do our butterflies. Math is in everything that you do. So, we've done our book read, we've done everything, and now we've got a great idea. We might even think about writing our own book. That's a wonderful. Let's write a story. Maybe it's about 5 caterpillars, or it's about 15 butterflies. You can always put in math concepts into your book. Once you write your book as a class or individually, you can always act it out in class. You can always invite the parents to come in. They love to see that kind of thing. But you can do your own book as well. But now we've done all our great work, and we are now thinking about taking our idea now as a student into the classroom. And what do we need to do to prepare? Well, when planning the lesson, we need to remember our developmental goals. What is the goal that we want from this lesson? So we're sitting down now by ourselves. We're doing some contemplation before we do our lesson. What is the learning objective? What is the objective of this lesson that you're going to plan and do? Are they going to cut, paste, color? Are they going to smell, sniff? What exactly are they going to do? What's your motivation and your introduction? You want children to be motivated. Maybe I need to use a puppet. I'm going to try to use a puppet in classroom to introduce my story or whatever lesson. Something to motivate the children. What's going to be the introduction, or how you're going to get them involved? Procedure. What comes, again, you're thinking math. What's going to come first? What's going to come second? What's going to come third? What do I have to do to plan this activity? Closure and transition. Very important. How is this going to end? And then what are we going to do next? I've got to think that, yes, where did they come from, first of all? Is this at circle time? Are we doing a small group? All of this has to be thought out beforehand. And then where are they going? Very important. How am I going to transition? Are we going to sing a song? Am I going to ask 5 people to get up and walk to the door to get in line? Something like that. Then you're going to evaluate this afterward. You're going to leave a little space for evaluation. You're going to think back, how did it go? What did I do? Did everything go okay? How did the children like it? Were they involved? What could I have done differently? Or I could have added to, or should I have taken away? You're going to evaluate your lesson. You always want to prepare. You always want to evaluate. List those materials that you're using. If it's a flannel board, the last thing you want is to sit there and go, oh, I forgot to cut out an apple. I don't know where my caterpillar went to. You want everything to be smooth. You want to have all your materials ready with you. When you're thinking about evaluation, you want to think about special needs children, adapting it. You're there to meet the needs of each child individually. So if you're doing a large group activity and you know that there's one student who's just he's not able to sit through a circle time, you may want to do maybe a small group activity with that child and do like a one-on-one, and maybe take some concepts out of the book and put them onto the flannel board and do a one-on-one. Always in the back of our minds, we want to be remembering to meet needs. Everything's not going to go perfectly. the scenario of the butterfly coming out is a perfect example. I mean, I was in shock. Everything's not going to always go as planned. So we always want to remember that we have to think about how we could do it differently, what could be done better at the end of our lesson. And so, until next time, this is Elisa Schlegg.